Hello amigos, RadiShineamigo here, and welcome to play Sailor Moon! And now we're playing as Sailor Mars! And yeah, we're on the second level, which is called Dreamland, which is a theme park within the series. And it's a pretty cool theme park. The episode that they had for it was actually pretty funny. At least the bits that I remember were pretty funny. Yeah. It's pretty much just basically like the first level, except the enemies are a little more cheaper. This one here, you want to use Fire Soul on it, or you know, any long range attack, depending on what Sailor Senshi you're playing as. Because these females have whips on them, and as soon as you go close to them and try and punch them in close combat, they'll whip you. So it's best to just do a long range attack. If you want to, you can jump kick them, but I just prefer doing it like this. Only jump kick them if they're like right near you. They're like about to get near you and don't have enough time to charge. Pretty cool. You can use the trains to your advantage to make them run over the enemies. They always go in the same pattern. I believe it's the middle one first, and then the next one, maybe 2 times, is the top one, and then the last time is the bottom one. Might be wrong, but I think that's how it goes. You'll find out anyway. And yeah, Sailor Mars. Sailor Mars! Like I said before, all the Senshi have the same like attacks and stuff, but they don't. Like, the stuff they do is basically the same, but they have their own little differences, like hitboxes and animations. Sailor Mars is based around fire. There's her little shockwave attack. I don't think I showed off Mercury's, but basically just imagine 2 little waves coming up to the left and right of her. So that's basically it. If you use Fire Soul on that little jumping enemy, I'm not sure of his name, then you get a fan, which is pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of the weapon, and just basically it basically acts like the whip, so you can be cheap to enemies. And this is what I was talking about by saying this game is easy, because they give you easy weapons. And yeah, this is something that makes the game really easy for you, because you don't have to charge it up, and it's basically a long range attack, but you know, it doesn't go across half the screen, but it's still pretty cheap to use. I will say I do really like the backgrounds. There's a lot of stuff going on in the backgrounds, and while the sizes for it, like the way it's proportioned, might seem a little bit unrealistic, I don't really care, because it just looks cool and it's a nice attention to detail. You know, they didn't have to add loads of shit there. They could have just made a blue background and just called it a day, but you know. Although I just noticed that the same building as I repeated itself twice, but that's kind of to be expected. Now, this is where the fan really helps in these sections. You don't have to keep drop kicking them, and obviously the fan actually does more damage. Like Smash Bros is one of the best weapons. Yeah, now I should probably go into a bit about Sailor Mars. Her name is Rei Hino. Can't remember her dub name, so like I said, I'm not saying much of the dub stuff. I know the English dub name for Sailor Moon is Serena. I can't really remember most of the other names. Yeah, Rei is she's the one that gets into a lot of fights / arguments type friendly little things with Sailor Moon. Basically, she's the one that argues with Sailor Moon a lot, because she bugs her quite a bit. They bug each other quite a bit, and then they just argue with each other quite a lot, and they poke their tongue at each other quite a lot. Yeah. I quite like that, how they have characters like that with Sailor Moon, and they're still really good friends, and they have their episodes where they build stronger bonds with each other to show that even though they're mean to each other, they do actually really like each other. Because, you know, they're a team of Senshis, and that's the difference they have between the enemy, is that they work as a team. They don't, like, work singularly and keep fucking up every episode. They actually put their teamwork together. In the anime, you actually do see her grandfather quite a bit. which is pretty cool. Not like loads and loads and loads, but you do see her quite a bit. You see him quite a bit. You do see him in the manga as well. It looks a bit different in the manga, but you see him more in the anime, but that's kind of expected seeing as the anime is quite longer. Yeah, I'm kind of just spamming it. There is actually a boss that comes up on, or a mini boss that comes up on screen. Yeah, see here, but you're not really gonna see it. You get to see his another version of him later because you fight more than one of these guys. But really, it's so pathetic how you can use this fan and just keep walking on screen, hit them, they go back off, hit back on screen, hit them, they go back off. And another problem with this game is that when you hit them, they just go so far back. With Mars, she actually goes to a little she lives in a shrine, and she has these like little fortune things, like in the beginning of S, she has like a dream, and she tries to like see what the dream means by using the little fortune thing, and later on she finds out the exact meaning of it from Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And oh, that's that level ends. There's cake in the background. Cakey, cakey. Yeah. Mars, would you like to form a band with me? And you know, we're totally gonna play music. Like with all this cake in the background, you know, we're totally gonna play music. Or you know, you could open a book that has a bunch of cards in it, and the little guardian comes out, and you know, he's only going to eat all the stuff in the background. Or okay, I'll stop. But yeah, Mars is actually a character that quite a lot of people say is their favorite, actually, out of like the Senshi and whatnot. But yeah, a lot of people do quite like Mars. At least that's what I see going around on the internet and whatnot. You know, Mars is alright. She's not my favorite. My favorite is Venus. I mainly just like how she was the one that Usagi originally looked up to, and I do like the little like hints in like the in like the anime and manga where it's just like, oh, I wish Hyper could become Sailor V, and then like later on, I know in the anime she's like, oh, I wish I could have my own anime about me. And I just find those little things funny. And I also like how Sailor Venus just like, I like her attacks. I like how she's got like a little chain and it's got a bunch of hearts on them. I also like how she's quite funny. She's like the really clumsy one, and I'm talking about Venus while we're playing as Mercury, but she's like the clumsy one. She's probably the most funniest in my opinion. And I also love the one episode in, I think it's in S, where she dresses up as Sailor Moon. Because Sailor Moon gets kidnapped, I think, or no, somebody finds out the Usagi's identity, and then us finds that there's Sailor Moon, and then Usagi's there, and it's like, oh wait, what? I like that episode. Anyway, who's your if you like Sailor Moon, then who's your favorite Senshi, or your favorite character in general? If you like someone who isn't a Sailor Senshi, then by all means say your favorite character down below. Like an asshole! Oh, I missed. This one, I don't think this one gives you a fan. No, I don't think this one's a very big fan of it, so it doesn't give you fans, but I could be wrong, could be doing something wrong, but I've only gotten a fan out of the first one, so yeah. Now, as you can see, because she's kicking, she's got longer range. This is what I was talking about last episode. How this character, Mars, has longer range. Venus has longer range as well. So yeah, playing as Venus is just perfect for me. Favorite character, long range, so... yeah, Mercury was quite a short range hitter, and I don't really like playing as Mercury. Sailor Moon I could kind of get down with playing just because Sailor Moon. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Mercury. It's just the fact that because Sailor Moon's the main character, sometimes I wouldn't mind playing as her. But I'd get a bit frustrated because of a short range attack. If Mercury didn't have a short range attack, then I'd definitely choose Mercury. I do quite like the music in the background as well. I believe all the music in the levels, or at least most of them, are remixes of music that actually plays in the anime. Or at least, you know, 16-bit versions of the ones that play in the anime. I don't really remember it playing at the top of my head, but, like, when I first played the game, I kind of, like, thought that I've heard it before, if that makes sense. So I'm presuming it's from the anime. These enemies are annoying. This is the one that I spammed the fan at, with good reason too, because it's so annoying. But it constantly slides across the floor when you go near him, so you may be thinking, oh cool, use long range attacks then. Well, if you use a long range attack, well, which you'll see here, it works for a bit, yeah. That happens. Which is really annoying, and these are like one of the worst enemies in the game. What you kind of want to do is, while they walk towards you, move up a level, but try and move closer to them at the same time. And then by the time you're like in kicking distance or hitting distance with them, when they're about to like get onto the same level where they can slide towards you, start hitting them. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you want to know what I'm talking about, just do what I did basically on the last hit. Just kind of spamming the kick button there casually. I do like her little arm motion though that she does when she's kicking. Like I don't know what it's reminding me of, but it's reminding me of something. I just find it funny. My screensaver kicked in. I should have. I don't know why, but sometimes I just forget to put in to take off the screensaver before I record. It's kind of annoying, and then I have to type in password to get back in. But yeah, just spam the kick button casually. Yeah, I didn't actually expect that these levels would take like a whole episode to go through. I thought this game was shorter, so whether I do Sailor Moon R or not, I don't know, because I was just planning to do Sailor Moon, which I thought would take about 2 or 3 parts, because I know that there's like 3 levels in the game, and I thought it would take a really quick amount of time to beat. And obviously I can't speedrun through it because it's a beat 'em up. I'm sure you can speedrun beat 'em ups, but you know, they're quite slow paced, so it's kind of hard for me to go through them at a quick pace. You know, it's kind of like playing a visual novel and reading all the text at your own pace while trying to speedrun it. It just doesn't work. Or, no, it's a better one. Playing a rhythm game. You can't really speedrun a rhythm game. So, yeah. Hita? Yeah. So I did try playing through this game as fast as I could, but the game wouldn't have it. Yeah, I believe this Dreamland is inside a little, hut, or a little palacey place inside the theme park. But either way, we are fighting the boss now. The boss is called, Marido, which means lead 3 in Japanese, and if you reverse her name to Doremu, that means dream in Japanese. This boss actually has quite a bit of trivia for it, which brings back memories, so you say a lot of trivia. I don't really need to explain how you beat this boss, to be honest, because this boss is actually really easy. You just attack it a couple of times, and then after she teleports, and then after just go into a line of sight and just start hitting her again. If she somehow hits you with her weapons, then yeah, you're going to be in a bit of a stun lock problem there, but yeah. Now, Marido was one of the last female Yuma belonging to Jadeite, and she was the first Yuma to be destroyed by a combination of Sailor Moon's and Sailor Mars's attack. The Dream Princess was one of the monster types that appeared in the video game Sailor Moon Another Story, which is an RPG, the one I was talking about last episode. I believe I was talking about it. Versions of the princess appeared during Chapter 1 of the game, and were minor level bosses. We'll get to that one time, because I'm pretty sure that I'd probably let's play that. I love that. I love that laughing animation. Just like, ha ha ha, I kicked your ass. And fuck you Tuxedo Come and saying I got a C. I'll show you. Sonic Adventure 2, I'll A rank everything. Yeah, I'll probably let's play that game one time. But yeah, that was Sailor Moon Part 2. Stay tuned for Part 3 where I play as Sailor Jupiter. So yeah. And if you're wondering what that knocking was in the background, that was me doing the little hand motions and knocking my hand on the desk. So yeah, see you guys next time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.